What's going on here, guys? Dustin right back on more of what we're gonna do to get to 100% in any way we can. So today we are going to, before I say anything, we're going to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on your post notifications so you know when I come out with more info on how to get to 100%. So today we are going to talk about how 99% of America has trouble getting ahead, and the 1%, the rich and wealthy, continue to get rich and the poor get poorer. Okay, because this is something I get asked so many times. How come the rich get richer and it's so hard for me to get ahead? What am I doing wrong? So let's address it. Let's get to the bottom of it, and let's get right into it.
Trying to keep it peaceful is a struggle for me. Don't pull up at 6 a.m. and cuddle with me. You know how I like it when you loving on me. I don't wanna die for them to miss me. Guess I see the things that they wishing on me. Hope I got some brothers that outlive me. They gon' tell the story, shit was different. God's plan, God's plan.
The first issue we must address is we have to take a look at what rich people see money as, okay? So let me clarify this for you. Okay, so we get a $1,000 paycheck a week for work as an employee. You get your taxes taken out of that check, given to the government, and you'll never see that money again. Now, let's say you need to get a new phone, your phone broke. Well, your taxes get taken out of your check, okay? And you have this amount of money left. Now you have that money and you have to go buy this computer or your phone, okay? Now, with that being said, you lost your money in taxes and you lost your money on the computer. So, with that being said, if you owned a business, right, and you bought a computer, well, you can write off how much that computer was because it's a business expense. So that's why a lot of times it's tough for us to get ahead, because we live our lives after we pay taxes, then we have to buy what we need to live on for our business. Let's say a business owner buys a printer, a computer, okay, a laptop so he can be portable. Well, all those things can be written off and he can get those tax deductions, okay, and he's able to get those tax benefits because they run their own business. Okay, now if you have a job as an employee and you need those same things for school or for that job, right, and the employer doesn't provide that, well, now that's an out-of-pocket expense you do not get taxed on because you are an employee and you get your taxes taken out of the check that you get bi-weekly or weekly. Okay, so that is a fine example how rich people take advantages of the tax benefits. But with that being said, you have to start a side hustle or a side business that you're able to make tax deductions on. With that being said, even if you don't make money, you can still deduct everything that you had as far as an expense. So even though you may not make money that year in your beginning business, which happens a lot because it takes 3 years for a business to really start kicking in gear, then you're able to write those things off and not take as much of a hit. To where if you were an employee, you would get the money that you were paid, taxed, and you would be losing the money that you bought all the equipment for. Another thing the 1% do, they picture what they do as a side hustle, not as a hobby, it's a side business. A lot of people nowadays picture what they do as a business as a hobby. And then they use that excuse to say why they're not making money. Well, I just kind of do it for fun. Well, those 1%ers in the world, those people that have a lot of money, they take what they love and they make it into a business, okay? Let's say you like cooking. You have a cooking channel. How many times do you type in on YouTube how to make something and there's hundreds of thousands of views, even millions of views? Listen, those people took cooking and they made it into a business that they love and made a YouTube channel. Now they get advertisements. Now they're able to do what they love, their hobby, and still be able to make money. Now, let me clarify what a hobby is and what a side businesses, right? If you like cooking and you buy a bunch of cameras and all this kind of stuff to start doing that, but you treat it like a hobby. You take a video every month, you don't edit it too much, it's not looking the best. Well, then it's just a hobby. You lost all the money you bought for the equipment. Don't ask why you're not making money. You're not treating it like a business. Guys, you can take everything you love and put it into a business and learn how to make money. Is it going to be 110% amazing, perfect? Is there going to be nothing I don't like? Absolutely not. But you have to picture how the 1% is making money in this world. How is it so hard to get ahead in life? These are things we have to look at. These are questions we have to ask ourselves. Why is that? Gotta get to 100%. We gotta get there. And these are the things that we have to do. This is another big one. Tax refund checks. Everybody loves when it's tax time. Oh man, what am I gonna do with my check? Well, what the 1%ers do with their check is they put that money into a business. They take what they have been given and they apply that in different areas as far as business expenses. Anything that would help them create more income is where that money comes from, or where that money's going, all right? The 99%ers, I can't wait to get my rims. Oh my goodness. Hey bro, what are you doing? What are you buying with your tax refund check? Oh man, I can't wait to get this sound system. I can't wait to get this outdoor bar. These are the things that you have to change in your mind as a mindset so you're able to acquire wealth, okay? It's these very small decisions over a long period of time that are going to gradually get you into an income bracket that you are trying to get into, or give you a little bit more of a comfortable, sustainable life. Let me give you a fine example of exactly what I mean by how the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. If you take a vacation, okay, as a business owner, right, and you go to a very nice place and you spend $15,000, $20,000, okay, you go to the Four Seasons, you go out to top-notch restaurants, okay, well, a business owner is allowed to write that off, okay? It could have been a business meeting they were at, quote unquote. It could have been investors that he needed to meet with, quote unquote. So those are the ways that they're able to get around those tax benefits. So if you were an employee and you just spend the money you earn hour by hour and you take that same vacation, right? Well, your money was already taken and given to the government before you were given it, and now you're in the whole 15, 20 grand, and it's not tax deductible. It was all out of your pocket. There's nothing you can do about it. So you'd have to wait 2 times as long to go on that vacation again, opposed to somebody who has a side hustle or a side business. Like a lot of times you see those cryptocurrency guys. Oh, look at me, I'm out here on a boat living my best lifestyle ever. Well, unfortunately, that boat is tax deductible. That yacht rental was tax deductible. That hotel room, that place in Las Vegas are all tax deductible because that's what they use to sell their little scheme on how to make money sitting on the beach. You know what I mean? So with that being said, these are how the 99% and the 1% just go about life all differently. So we need to get to that 1%. We need to get in that bracket. We need to be 100%. So we got to do these things. Another difference between the 99% and the 1% is the 1% buy real estate. The 99% rent. Now let me clarify, because I made a video on renting and buying a home and what's going to be in your best interest. Now with that being said, that's a different category, whether you should rent or buy in this time in your life. But the goal should always be to buy real estate at some point in your life. Because, let me explain, someone in the 1% bracket, when they're buying a home, would typically set themselves up in a scenario like this. They would buy a duplex, okay, live in one side, have tax deductions on the other, have a tenant in the other, paying the lease, paying the mortgage down, okay? Now you're writing off all the expenses on the property because it's an investment. Now all that money that you're putting as far as the mortgage goes is being helped out by the tenant as well as you, and you get to write off all the deductions. And you can even write and even say that that property doesn't make any money and show that to the IRS as to where the 99% would be leasing a unit, paying the landlord's mortgage, okay? Or just paying rent to somebody else and not getting tax deductions on it. Because why? Because they aren't running it as an investment. They're just paying for themselves to stay there. Now, not that that's a problem, but what makes us different? What's the difference between the 99% and the 1%? It's decisions like those, okay? It makes more sense for someone in the 1% bracket who thinks like that to buy a duplex and get a real estate investment and start paying that down opposed to renting for 3 years. Another thing the 1% does is when you buy your vehicle, the 99%ers, hey, I'm gonna go buy a nice car, $30,000. Let's go get it. Let's go to the lot. 1%ers, they put the car under the business name. They're gonna get a tax deduction for that car they buy, and they're gonna be able to write it off through the business and save about $5 to $7 grand in taxes. Okay, so when business owners, okay, sole proprietors buy things, they're able to write it as a write-off for their business. Okay, as in to where you're an employee and you buy a vehicle, well, you're not able to write anything off. Okay, so you're not able to grab any type of benefit because you're working, not for yourself, okay? Another thing the 1%ers do is if they had a home to sell, okay? No matter what the situation was, whether it be a divorce or something happening in their life, right? They sell an investment or they sell their home that they've been living in, okay? And what they would do is put the money that they made from that property right in their bank account, okay? And then it would get taxed. Now, the 1%ers, what would they do? Well, if they sold a home or they sold an investment, they would take the equity in it and they would do what's called a 1031 exchange. So they would take the money they sold this property for and they would put it into another one. And what does that mean? That means they wouldn't get taxed on the money they made on that property because it went into another investment. Guys, we have to think different to make it to the 1%. And these are the things that need to be done. As you can see, guys, there's a very big difference between the 99% of the world and the 1%, okay, especially here in America. So we need to make sure that we're doing the right things every day, making the right choices, making the right decisions, not only about what we do as far as actions, but what we do as far as our income, what we do with our money. Guys, we are going to get to 100% in every way in every day.